It is Tuesday, November 6th, and I'm just gonna quickly run through some of the stuff I'm taking on the trail and not drag it out too long. So let me jump right in. First up, I have undergarments. This is just an old sports bra from Old Navy. It's nothing special. I have 2 pairs of the Give and Go Exficios women's underwear. 4 socks, Darn Tough. If you are a hiker, you obviously know Darn Toughs. And I'm gonna be carrying 2 pairs. One of them is mismatched right now, but that's okay. And I used those in Vermont and absolutely loved them. Then I have these pair of sleep socks, which my mother-in-law brought home for me from Alaska, and they have howling wolves on them, so why wouldn't I wear them at night? Okay, moving on. I have a pair of these SEP socks, which if you're a runner, you've probably worn recovery socks before. They're compression socks. And they're really tight, and it's cool just because they kind of promote blood flow to your muscles at the end of the day and your legs. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to take these or not, but they're kind of on the back burner right now, so we will see. Next up, I have an Arc'teryx hat that I recently got in the mail. I found a lot of this stuff on sale, which I'm really happy about because hiking stuff is not cheap. Then I have a Patagonia R1. Love that thing. Probably one of my favorite pieces of clothing to wear when I'm hiking. It just immediately makes me warm. Underneath the Patagonia R1, I have a 150 Smart Wool. And on bottom, I just have a pair of these leggings from a athletic brand called Fabletics, which I've worn a ton while hiking, and I'm very happy with them. Then for other layers, I have icebreakers, top and bottom. Those are 260s, and of course I won't need them the entire time, but to start out in March, obviously I'll need some other layers besides when I'm just hiking in. Moving right along, I have my Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer. Also found that on sale, full price. This thing with a hood is like, I don't know, 360 bucks, and it's just crazy expensive, and I found it for maybe 150. So that is what I will wear for my puffy, and I'll probably hang on to that for the whole trail, providing that we make it that long, hopefully. Okay, so that takes care of layering. Finally, rain gear. The Outdoor Research Helium 2, I use that in Vermont quite a bit, and obviously the AT is notorious for a ton of rain, so I'm hoping that that will do a decent job of keeping me dry, but I know that eventually you just kind of, you get soaked no matter what. On the bottom I have Marmot Preset pants, and also really good for another barrier to wind. Then I picked up a pair of Mountain Laurel Design rain mitts, which I haven't had a chance to test out yet, but I should today because all it's done here in Jersey is poured. Alright, so that takes care of clothing, layers, base layers, all that good stuff. I'll show footwear later on. It's behind me. So my big 3, I have the ULA Circuit, and I've hiked with this a couple of times. I did not use this in Vermont, but so far I've been happy with it. I have a bag liner to go with it. This is just a generic Osprey bag liner, but it's not really meant for a circuit, but that's okay, it still works. Filtering water, standard system. I have the full size Sawyer Squeeze, and then a couple of bladders, which I'm probably going to replace because they're kind of old. Then I have, after water filtration, cooking. Which is exactly what Jay has, and it is also from Mountain Laurel Designs, and it is an 850. There's that. Then of course, fuel canister, pocket rocket stove, which I used plenty. This is well loved and has been really, really reliable for me. A Bic lighter, which I currently cannot find. A pack towel, and titanium long-handled spoon. I used most of this stuff in Vermont, and like I said, it was all really reliable and I have no complaints. Okay, moving on to, oh, and of course my disgusting food bag that I think I'm going to be replacing with Z-Packs because the thing has seen better days. But yeah, that's just nothing special. Just a dry bag. Moving on to electronics. Mountain Laurel Designs, little ditty zippered pack, waterproof, Anchor quick charge. This charged my 10,000 Anchor in a matter of hours. Very much worth the weight penalty. Extra camera battery, charger, headlamp, extra card. Have not even used that yet. Of course, the corresponding chargers. This is just a case for the camera I'm using, which is a Canon G7X Mark II. These are not the headphones I'm taking. They're the most uncomfortable things ever. I have a pair of Bose Sport headphones that I like and run with all the time. Card reader to transfer stuff onto my phone to edit. And then this is pretty cool. Let me just pick this up here. This is a macro lens that attaches to the front of your iPhone, or really any phone, I guess. And you can get some really awesome pictures with that. And I know this because I was annoying the crap out of my cat the other day with it. So that is it for electronics. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I digress. Okay, first aid. This is what I'll be taking. I have a pair of tweezers for ticks. I have a pair of nail clippers. Just a mixture of alcohol wipes, Aleve. I'll also be carrying Imodium, extra contacts, wipes, Purell, a comb, which I'm going to switch out for a brush because my hair looks like a rat's nest by the end of the day when I'm hiking, earplugs, blister band-aids. I won't be caught on the trail without them. Regular band-aids, Spyderco knife that is super, super lightweight. Obviously, toothbrush, toothpaste, extra hair tie. This I'm definitely taking. This is a cat toy. And I'm taking it because it weighs next to nothing. It's super dense and you can roll the bottom of your feet out at the end of the day to prevent things like tendinitis. Bug net and enough DEET to melt my face off. Won't need that for a few months, hopefully. And the self-explanatory things. And then, of course, repair for my Cuban fiber tarp. And then I'll be shoving all this crap into just this, like, very lightweight, simple pouch that I had with me. So, but anyway, that is what I'll be taking for first aid and toiletries. And I'm sure some things will change along the way, but that kind of covers the majority of it. And last but not least, sleep system and shelter. Over here, I have my Z-Packs 20-degree bag. I have my war bonnet hammock and a Cuban fiber tarp. I have used the hammock system in Vermont, very happy with it. Z-Packs bag, I still need to test out. I just got that and haven't used it yet, but I hear very good things, so maybe eventually I will do a review of that. Then I have my, where are they? What are they? MSR mini groundhog steaks, and I have a package of 6 of them just for my Cuban fiber tarp. Over here, I have a Z-Lite pad that I cut down to use as a sit pad, but also if we do end up staying in a shelter, then I can just throw that down easily. My other trekking pole, these are just a pair of Lucky trekking poles with cork handles. They're nothing super special, but they have miles on them from Vermont, so they worked fine. Then I have the big blob of down is my hammock gear, what is it? A 30-degree underquilt. I have the matching top quilt to that, but obviously I will need something warmer, so I will be ordering a 10 degree from Hammock Gear, and actually I'm going to be doing that tonight because they take about a month to come in and I have to get that squared away so I can hike with it. So that is my sleeping system. Last but not least, footwear. Here I am turning 30 years old and I'm wearing Crocs. And that is what I will be wearing for my camp shoes. And then I have a pair of Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s. However, I believe I'm going to switch them out to the Brooks Cascadia. It pretty much covers it. And like I said, I'm sure that I'll be tweaking things as I go. I still need a buff. I still need a couple of odds and ends, but hopefully this wasn't too painfully long. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you all later. Have a good night.